Get ready to drop the puck, take a free throw, and step up to the plate. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast on lineupmedia.fm.
From the Lineup Media Studios, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, season number 2, show number 36, recorded Monday, October 11th, 2021. Thanks to partners Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Callaway Home Loans, Keller Williams Marquee, Jeb and Ginger Blasting Game, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, and Front Office Fiduciary Network. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
We're talking all things sports in the Metro East. I am Dave Leip. As always, the guests make the show. Front Office Fiduciary Network, Charitable Champion, Student of the Month, Sydney Campbell, in studio right now, along with Mr. Opal from Front Office Fiduciary Network. First guest, but first, I got to tease you with guest number 2, Adam Tyler of Edwardsville High School, baseball and golf, head boys golf coach, just wrapped up his fall season. And guest number 3 from Highland, the Bulldogs, Matt Pellock, girls tennis coach. 3 things you can do to help. Number 1, subscribe to this podcast. It's free, and you love it. And you get to see, if you're on YouTube, Chad and Sydney, and you get to listen to all these great guests weekly. And number 2, follow us in all of our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. If you have a story idea, number 3, email me at mespdave@gmail.com. All right. Guest number 1, Sydney Campbell. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Sydnee, if you're spelling her name at home. What's up with that spelling? Has it always been like that?
I don't know. My dad just thinks he's original.
So you didn't change it to that. Of course it's always been like that. All right, welcome. How's the field hockey season going?
It's going good. It's been a struggle to find the connection between, players. It's the best group that I've played with in terms of,
athletes, skill level.
Yeah, and just the heart. They have a lot of heart. They have a lot to give to the sport. They really love it. And I think even though our record doesn't reflect that, it'll reflect it, in this last game to come and maybe even in postseason if we get there.
Awesome. You are Miss Everything at Edwardsville High School. Not just a student in my 6th-hour sports and literature class, but you are also team captain, class president, student leader in the classroom and in the hallways. You are a super busy young lady. How do you manage all the stuff you do?
I usually take it day by day. I kind of just look at my schedule in the morning. I say, okay, well, I have to go to all these things today. I have to do all this stuff. And I just do it. I don't really like to think of, how busy my week is or how much I have to do. I just think of, one thing at a time, take it slow, and I try to get everything done in one day.
I bet you got a lot of stuff written down in that day planner then if you're writing stuff down every single day, which I guess you have to. All right, EHS has a long tradition of field hockey success. The 1978 state champion team is going into the Edwardsville Athletic Hall of Fame, and that's a really big deal. And field hockey isn't played anywhere else in the Metro East except for Edwardsville. I don't think Alton Marquette even still has a team, do they?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so how did you get into field hockey?
Personally, I got into field hockey because in 6th grade, that was the first time I'd ever heard of it in school. And then I asked my family about it, and my aunt had played. And so I just decided to try it out. First year, I hated it. I did not like it at all. But my parents just told me to persevere, keep going, keep playing. And it ended up that I loved it. I played almost every position on the field.
Even goalie?
Yes. The only position I haven't played is forward.
And your aunt, is she from here?
She's from St. Louis, yeah. She played at U City.
Okay. Cool. And you love it?
Yeah.
You're a goal scorer. I saw you scored against Clayton.
Well, that's not my normal position, but I like to score goals, yes.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
So where do you typically play then?
I typically play, over the past 4 years, I played defense, but this year I've been playing more mid.
Okay. All right, let's talk to you, Mr. Opal. Thanks a lot for joining us. And you,
My
sir.
pleasure.
And you, sir, are a Hall of Famer to be at Edwardsville High School. I know you're already an SIUE Hall of Famer.
Yes, sir.
That's a big deal. An
Thank
awesome
you.
baseball player. But your 1994 40-0 undefeated baseball team.
Almost. 1998.
Oh, 98. Sorry, I got my ears confused.
No, you're all
98.
good.
98.
All good.
1998, 40-0, undefeated baseball team is going in the Edwardsville High School Hall of Fame. So congratulations to you, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
But that's not why you're here. We'll do that on another podcast. We'll talk about the Hall of Fame and all that stuff. You're here to talk about the Charitable Champion Award. What is the Charitable Champion Award?
Yeah, so this is something that my team and I just recently launched. Sydney is our first official charitable champion of September. And this award really goes out to a student athlete that is local, that exemplifies teamwork, leadership, giving that extra effort, being great in the classroom, just like Sydney said, making sure that she gets all her work done and plus some while leading her friends, teammates to following her in her path and being successful.
She is definitely a leader. You are definitely a leader. You're a leader in the classroom. I know that Coach Henderson describes you as a leader on the field hockey field as well. So congratulations to you. What else stood out about Sydney when you chose her application?
Well, I especially loved it that it's not that the field hockey team isn't undefeated, right? It's they're like she said, they wish she'd having a better year. But she even said it. This is the best group that she has had in her 4 years playing. There's probably because of the leadership role that she has taken. She said, this team has more heart than we've ever had. Well, she doesn't know it, but it's probably because of her. And those are the little things that stand out, I think, that can eventually make a team great. Sometimes you got to go through some rough patches, but to get to the other side, and I just, she just jumped out. She checked all the boxes. It's just exciting to see somebody working so hard and, not lighting up the newspaper with all of the accolades, but it's the behind-the-scenes work that really stood out for us.
You obviously want to lead. You don't become your class president and the field hockey team captain by luck. Those were decisions that you made. Why do you want to lead? How long have you known that you want to be a leader?
That's a tough question.
I'm a tough guy. I'm asking the tough questions. That's why. Have you always wanted to be a leader?
I think it's just like a natural thing that comes to me. I don't really want to, stand behind and watch things happen. I like to take charge. I like to be in charge of things. So I guess naturally, yeah, I have always been a leader, but it really wasn't intentional.
Just came naturally for you. Nobody at home is telling you, Sydney, be a leader. Sydney. So this is all just organic, who you are.
My guess is that she's that silent leader that everybody just watches and they want to be like her and follow her. And then someday down the road, even right now, for instance, there'll be times where she'll start to realize, well, I am a leader. People are watching me, and I got to continue to do good things.
As her 6th hour teacher, I will say she is not silent.
Good. I love it.
And that's what I say, too. That's my favorite quality about her is she wants to get involved. You want to get involved. I'm not going to speak about you in third person when you're sitting right here across from me. You like to get involved. You like to talk. You're not talking. You're not socializing and goofing off. You're taking part in our class discussions, and you know that our class is very interactive. We're discussing things, and that's what I appreciate about her is what I appreciate about you is your energy and your willingness to speak in class. So I'm elated that you got the award for sure. So congratulations, and I'm glad that my former student and his entity is recognizing you, his network, front office fiduciary. I think it's awesome. All right. So a big part of this is you get the award, you get the recognition, and $500 comes from front office, but it goes not to you. It goes to the charity of your choice. And you chose Glen Ed Food Pantry, Glen Ed Pantry. Why?
Well, being a part of the field hockey program for, 7+ years, I've seen us give back to that charity year after year, and I see the great things that it does for our local community and what it does for,
anybody who needs something.
Everybody who needs something. And hunger is something that affects everybody around, the world. So just to help the issue locally and be able to give back to our community, that's really what we want to do. And I chose that because I like what it stands for our team.
And the Glen Ed Pantry not only has food, but it also has school supplies and clothes and all kinds of things that people need and can afford. And especially these days, there are a lot of people who are suffering and a lot of people who are going without. And charities like the Glen Ed Pantry step up in times like these, and they are helping a lot of people. So good for you, and thank you for doing that. Thank you for donating that money to a local charity that's doing great work, and thank you to Front Office Fiduciary Network for standing up and recognizing kids who are doing good things in the community and supporting the local charities. So, thanks.
It's my pleasure. Yeah, I'm really excited to continue to do this every month. If you are a teacher, administrator, or coach in the area, you can nominate through our website, which is yourfrontoffice.com. We will be recognizing these student athletes and these different charities every single month moving forward. And I couldn't be more honored and excited to have Sydney as our first official winner.
That's great. Sydney, let's talk about, you're a senior at Edwardsville High School right now. What are your goals and plans for your future post-high school?
I've gone back and forth a lot about what I want to do whenever I get older, but I think in general, I do want to work like in philanthropy. I want to give back. I want to work in overseas humanitarian work and stuff like that. So basically the ultimate goal is just to be financially stable enough to be able to donate my time to things.
How about that?
Wow.
If you want to be financially,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, good for you.
Really good.
Yeah. So, well, I wish you the best of luck and the rest of this hockey season too. What's up next for you guys? You're reaching the end, but you have more games left to play, right?
Yeah, we have our senior night, which is Wednesday, and then that's our last official game. And right now, we are not ranked high enough to have a postseason, but hopefully next week that changes, and this game will change that.
Who do you play on Wednesday?
We play Ursuline, I believe.
All right, senior night. What time?
4.
Senior night's at 4, and is it on the turf or is it on the grass? Do you know at this point?
4 o'clock is what time the JV game starts. I believe varsity will start at 5:30.
Okay, on the turf or on the grass?
On the turf, yeah.
All right. I'm not sure you knew this, but my wife was a field hockey player and a field hockey coach.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
For Edwardsville?
Yeah. And her sister played at Northern Illinois, Amy, on a field hockey scholarship. Field hockey's big in our family. Absolutely, for sure. Here's my opinion on field hockey. It's a different sport on turf than it is on grass.
Yes.
Did you watch it this summer in the Olympics?
I did not.
You didn't? I watched the men and the women. It's a crazy game in the Olympics. A lot of high passes, very fast paced. I mean, like balls way up in the air and they're settling and pushing it, but it's played on turf. It's like playing on, like, I don't know, almost like asphalt. I mean, it's so hard and the ball is so fast, but
just slides across.
Okay. Well, you have definitely set the bar high for the next charitable champion. But you're looking for what kind of kids, Mr. Opal?
Yeah, student athletes in the area that really exemplify leadership, teamwork. Those are the folks that are, the last in the weight room, finishing up practice, always just trying to push their teammates to be better and help their team be more successful.
Yeah, and you know what that's all about. Tim Doherty called you the toughest football player, pound for pound, he ever coached. So he knows you know what you're looking for. You're looking for that kid that maximizes his or her athletic ability all the time and is doing the right thing in the hallway and representing his or her school in the hallway, outside of the school, in the classroom, the whole package, not just the kid plays sports.
Absolutely. And my daughter is here with us tonight, and it's, Sydney walks in. I'm excited and elated just to introduce my daughter to a person like Sydney. Yep. So that's a pretty good indication right there.
Speaking of your daughter, she's right behind you in that camera. Get her to wave. There she is. If you're watching on YouTube, you just got to see Chad's daughter. Well, guys, thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate you very much, and congrats on the award, man. Charitable champion number 1, $500 to the Glen Ed Pantry, and big thanks to Front Office Fiduciary Network. Mr. Chad Opal, thanks for coming by. Give me one of these.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
All right.